The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Marcus Kane stepped through the crystalline doors. His boots, simple leather, not the plasma-forged alloys favored by other species, echoed against the obsidian floor with an unsettling rhythm. Every ambassador present knew that sound. It was the footfall of humanity's most dangerous export. Emperor Zyxthera of the Andromedans barely glanced up from the holographic trade agreements floating before his many eyes. The towering insectoid ruler had survived 7 assassination attempts in the past cycle, each one thwarted not by advanced shields or quantum barriers, but by the unassuming human who now took position beside the throne. Ambassador Vex of the crystalline hegemony shifted nervously, her mineral form chiming like broken glass. She had witnessed Kane in action once before, during the incident at Proxima Station. The memory still haunted her databases. "Your Excellency," she began, her voice a harmonious cascade of frequencies. "The Council must again question the wisdom of employing a human as your sole protector. Surely the Galactic Guard, with their advanced exoskeletons and neural enhancements, would provide superior." "No." The Emperor's mandibles clicked with finality. "You misunderstand what makes him valuable." Kane remained motionless, his gray eyes scanning the assembled delegates with predatory calm. Unlike the other species present, he carried no visible weapons. No energy shields hummed around his form. No cybernetic implants enhanced his reflexes. He was, by all appearances, pathetically primitive. That was precisely what made him terrifying. Lord Admiral Kex, whose people had conquered 3 star systems before humanity had even achieved spaceflight, cleared his throat with a sound like grinding metal. "Respectfully, Your Majesty, humans are limited. Their reaction times pale compared to the Zephyrians. Their strength cannot match the Taurid warriors. Their technology," Kane spoke for the first time, his voice carrying no inflection, "didn't prevent my people from glassing the hegemony fleet at Tau Ceti." The temperature in the chamber seemed to drop. Ambassador Vex's crystalline form dimmed. "That was different," Kex protested. "Humans fight dirty. They use tactics that civilized species consider effective." Kane's lips curved into something that wasn't quite a smile. "Your civilized assassin tried to poison the Emperor last week. Molecular nanobots, very sophisticated. He spent 3 years planning it." The Admiral's scales bristled. "How could you possibly have known?" Kane finally moved, a slight turn of his head toward the Taurid delegate. "Because I've been planning how to kill everyone in this room since I walked in." The poison was unimaginative. The silence stretched like a held breath. Every species in the galaxy had evolved past such brutal thinking. Every species except one. "The Zephyrians could phase through walls," Kane continued conversationally, "but they can't phase through vacuum. The hegemony can predict quantum fluctuations, but they didn't predict their own embassy exploding. The Taurids have armor that can stop plasma cannons, but it doesn't stop a knife between the plates." Emperor Zyxthera's compound eyes glittered with something resembling amusement. "Do you understand now? Every species in the galaxy has evolved beyond their predatory instincts. They've become specialized, efficient, predictable. Humans." He gestured one chitinous appendage toward Kane. "Humans never stopped being apex predators. They just learned to hunt in space." Ambassador Vex attempted one final protest. "But surely the risk of employing such a volatile species is why no one has successfully killed me since I hired him," the Emperor finished. "You see threats in terms of technology and power. He sees them in terms of death. Your assassins plan for shields and scanners. They don't plan for someone who thinks like a weapon." Kane hadn't moved throughout the exchange, but somehow every delegate felt his attention like a weight. They were prey animals in the presence of something that had never forgotten how to hunt. As the council session concluded and the delegates filed out with unseemly haste, Emperor Zyxthera turned to his guardian. "Anything concerning today?" Kane shrugged. "Vex's emotional resonance changed when you mentioned Proxima Station. Either guilt or recognition. And Kex's thermal signature spiked during his speech about human tactics. Recommendations. Watch them both. But then you already knew that. The Emperor's mandibles clicked in what his species considered laughter. In a galaxy of evolved civilizations, sometimes the most primitive solution was the most elegant one. After all, it was hard to outthink something that never stopped thinking about killing you. Cain resumed his vigil, gray eyes already calculating new angles of attack, new methods of protection. In his mind, the universe remained beautifully simple. There were threats to eliminate and an emperor to keep alive. Everything else was just noise.